BKS presents You Can Draw with Stef Wilson and Kerry Ann.
Sorry, has that Roxy too? I was hoping most people had it by now.
Chris and Kira and Caitlin are ready to draw.
All right. This is the hard part. The hard part is getting it. It's a little dance where the camera's on the page.
Tom's at 24 years. Good start.
In it for the long term, buddy. In it for the long term. All right. I think I got most of the page on there. So we can still get comments. Not throwing anything off. I hate drawing sideways, but this is the way we gotta do it. Because my line work kind of blows when I draw sideways. Because even though I do have left-handedness in my family.
Joshua says, Spider Pig does whatever a Spider Pig does.
I would assume that's a reference to Into the Spider-Verse, which again, I know nothing about. Okay, here we go.
Russell says the indentation of the cat in the halo from last week.
Yeah, you can see it right there. You can see the line beneath that one. Well, it's thin scrap, thin paper. Let's be honest. We don't use anything luxury here. All right, everybody's ready to draw? Where do you start?
Did you say hi to Kira and Kayla and Chloe?
Hi, Kira. Hi, Kayla. Caitlin. Hi, Caitlin. Hi, Kira.
Chloe?
Hi, Chloe.
Hi, Chloe.
I don't think Scarlett's here.
I don't think
How
so.
are you, Chloe? Okay. I'm glad you could be here. All right, where do we always start? Tell me about it. You know it. A nose.
An oval.
Nope, we're doing a nose. All right, just do a kind of squared out oval. Why? Because it's a guy's nose. Now, if I was doing a girl's nose, I'd make it a little more oval.
Did you tell them what we were drawing yet, or we just waiting?
I've told a bunch of people today. Wow, I'm getting slammed a lot right now.
I'm just asking.
We are drawing Jonah Jameson. Do you know who that is?
No.
That's probably because he was in the last 3 Star Wars movies. No, he's the editor from Spiderman.
Okay.
You know the guy from Farmers commercials?
Yes.
That guy in Oz, the movie Oz,
Yeah,
the TV series Oz.
Right.
Yeah, he was Jonah Jameson
Okay.
in the movie, and that's the kind of personality he is.
Celeste is here.
Hi, Celeste. So we got a nose. So what I'm going to do is we're going to do an oval, but the nose is over part of it. So start, go up around to make your oval, come back around, let the nose get in the way. Okay? Make a second oval, make this one end at the top. This is perspective. The nose is forward of the eyes, and granted these are cartoon eyes. So let's give them 2 pupils looking to the side. Okay, instead of towards you. Usually we draw eyes looking towards you or whatever. Okay?
Editor of the Daily Bulge. I know who he is.
Who?
Editor of the Daily Bulge.
Bugle. Who said bulge? Did they say bulge or did you
I
read it
just don't have
wrong?
my glasses on.
Did you read it wrong?
Yeah, I did.
The bulge, the daily bulge.
No, yeah, it would be
It's
the
the
opposite.
bugle.
Yes. Sorry. I don't have my glasses on. They're downstairs.
So, Jonah Jameson, the editor of the Daily Bulge. Actually, I think he was in the Battle of the Bulge. No, anyway. So, mouth. We want to give him a grimace. And not grimace like is in McDonald's. So, go straight across. And then back up like this. All right? Okay, give him some teeth. Grr. Okay? Now on this end, let's have a little fun. Let's give him a little cigar. It's basically a triangle on the other side. Okay? You put a line in it, another line in
Thanks,
it.
Tom. Now I
Is he
can see
defending
it.
you?
No.
Oh.
He's spelling it out.
In capital
In
letters?
capital letters, so I can see it.
How do you do a cigar? You do a little triangle like this, and you do a couple little specks like this, and you get a cigar. All right, let's give him a chin. We've drawn chins before. This will be easy. You could go straight across, but if you want to have a little fun and definition with the chin, just give it a slight curve. It's not realistic. We're not drawing realistic. We're drawing comics. So there's the rest of his chin, and then come up. If your mouth is a little off, raise it, move it, whatever. It's not complicated. Have a little fun. Give him an ear. Now, Jonah Jameson is famous for, let's draw the rest of his face. Go straight up past the eye, give him a forehead. Now, one thing Jonah Jameson is famous for is having pretty much a real strict buzz cut. So you can go straight across here. Okay? And just do wiggly lines. Have fun with wiggly lines. Do some happy wiggly lines. This is the part where you get to be Rob Ross. You can have a lot of fun with it. That's a bit of a sideburn. A bit more of a sideburn than he generally has, but should probably move it back a bit. But it's fine where it is. Like that. All right. Now, but J. Jonah Jameson is grumpy a lot. So let's give him a line here, a line there. All right. He's grimacing. How's yours going? Very nice. All right, let's have fun with what how you draw a guy. You want to draw a tie. So what you're going to do is make a little round shape. That's the knot of the tie. All right? Then you're going to come down and make a kite. It's ridiculously fat. No tie should be that fat. But again, it's
maybe
cartoonish.
in 1972.
Yeah, right? The 70s had really big ones. Now, how do you do a collar on a shirt? Oh my God, it's complicated. No, it's not. Put a triangle there. Guess what? Put a triangle on the other side. Yes, there is more to a collar, but you don't have to draw all of that out. That's crazy. Everybody knows who's looking at it. It's a collar. So let's give him a shoulder and bring it down, okay? This would be his upper arm. Okay, this would be his lower arm. Doesn't look like that. Looks like a little upside down smiley face. But that works because we're going to do the fingers. Ready? Our favorite shape. The square that's not quite a square and it's not quite a circle.
And yes, that's a fat finger. It's supposed to be.
Yes, because he's a guy. He's allowed to have fat fingers. Fat fingers are acceptable in this drawing. And then a thumb. All right, what this represents is his forearm. This represents his upper arm and his shoulder. And this is his hand flat on the desk. Okay? Now, he can't just have one hand. He needs another one. But we got to give him an arm for that. So we're going to go straight up because he's going to be pointing. So this won't make sense until we put his hand on it. But his arm's out. Why did I go up like that? To give him a collar, a cuff, like a men's dress shirt. Okay? Look at a little detail. You don't need it. You know he's wearing a dress shirt because he's the editor of a paper. All right? And then we're going to come down for the rest of his body. We don't know where that's going to end because we haven't put the desk in yet. So we just come down alongside the tie because we know it's going to go that far at least. And that gives us some placement. Got to watch time, that's all. Okay, good, we're good.
42 right there.
Okay, so we're going to do a hand and he's pointing. Because he's an editor. Go get things. Make copies. Do things. Of course, you know the classic line that he's saying, but don't give it away.
Tom says there's a mustache too. And he demands photos of Spooperman. Tom Joshua said.
Hand comes down like this. And that is his thumb. Doesn't make any sense yet, but you'll see why. Goes up like that. That's the rest of his hand. Put a little notch in it. Okay? That's your fingers. He's pointing, so you would see the thumb and you would see the finger. And you'd see the curve of his other fingers behind, because his fist would be behind this part of his hand. Okay? All right, let's draw a desk. Well, let's not kill ourselves here. I'm not even going to take out a straight edge, and nor should you have to. Just come straight out, okay, from his hand. Give me a little bit on this side, too. Now you can finish out his shirt and bring it down to the desk. And while we're here, just while we're here on this part of the desk, give me a little round shape like an office chair behind him. It's going to be sitting on something. Now here's where you have fun with perspective. Okay? If we drew... Huh? What?
They're making fun of me and the bulge.
Still? So, all right, if we drew a rectangle, then it wouldn't look like it's closer to the bulge rubbed it off. Nice. There's a mustache, too.
I said there was I told you that.
Yeah, and what kind of mustache? I'll give it to him. Look, guys, I'm doing this here off the cuff here, guys. So, if we just drew a rectangle, then the desk would look like that would be if you were looking at the top of the desk. But since you're in front of him. The desk needs to be close. The edge of the desk, this edge of the desk, needs to be close to you. This is all about perspective. So don't draw a straight line. Draw an angle out. Okay? On the other side, do the same thing. Draw an angle out. These do not have to be the same length, because this could be, it's a parallelogram. This side could come out further than the other side. It doesn't matter. Your eyes will be fine with that. Like if this side was a little bit shorter, your eyes would automatically think you're more towards this side of the desk. That's all. So never worry about perspective. Perspective isn't as challenging as you think. Draw 2 little lines and let's put an edge to the desk. If this were closer up here, you just feel like you're to one side. Like perspective is not as complicated. It's only when you have to line things up to match other things that it gets a little challenging. All right, I got to change pencils here. Get a sharper one again. All right, most important thing is we got to give him some people know who he is because I haven't done his mustache yet. Okay? This is going to be a nameplate. So we're going to go across with that. We're going to come down. And we're going to make a little nameplate. So it looks like a little tent. Okay? Just trying out. Nice, Lewis, with the comments. Jesus, it's the kid portion of the show. All right, Jonah Jameson.
I didn't make my name tag big enough.
It's a problem. It's a problem that occurs. Did you fit it? You fit it.
I just wrote smaller.
You just write small when you get to the end. Dude, I've done that so many times. You just write small when you get to the end. It's all about perspective. You blame it on the perspective. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to give him a little word bubble. I don't do word bubbles on my thing. I always try to tell the story in pictures. But this is funny, so we'll do a word bubble. Word bubble is a big oval with a tail. Now, you guys can write anything you want in here, okay? You guys can write anything you actually want in there that's funny or whatever. But we're going to put Spiderman over here in the window. So I'm going to do the classic. Get me pictures of Spiderman. Okay, with the exclamation point. All right, because that's the classic. I guess we gotta do a mustache. Anybody know what his mustache looks like? Let's give him a mustache. All right, just wiggly lines right beneath the nose.
I was gonna say I seem to remember it being like a bushy kind of mustache.
Yeah, it wasn't a biker mustache. No. And I thought he always had like, let's just have some fun, guys. I thought he always had like gray on the sides and dark hair or something like that. I don't know. I thought it was always like salt and pepper kind of thing. But anyway, let's not do that. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to draw a little bit of Spider-Man. But to do that, we got to put Spider-Man in place. So what we're going to do is a window. So what I want you to do is draw a line going up like that. There's a window behind J. Jonah over here, okay? Give me a straight up vertical line there, like a big check mark. And then I want you to go about 3/4 of the way. Parallel, getting smaller. Okay? So just go parallel to this is going to be the bottom of the window, so won't make sense yet, but I can't draw out the full thing because there's going to be a hand there. Okay, so up on the other side. So what we're drawing is a board, basically on the bottom of the window. Okay? Now, to help, normally I would draw what I was going to draw in there, but that doesn't help you guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the rest of the window for you. Let's go straight up. Okay, let's just leave it hanging. I don't care about details up here. All right. Draw another line parallel to that. This is the side of the window. Okay? And on this side, we're going to draw a parallel line to that. This is the other side of the window. Now, we're not going to draw the inside edge of that because we've got fingers over here. Okay? This is all going to make sense. Trust me. So, first thing we do, we're going to start to draw the rest of that window frame. We're going to stop right about there. And you know what time it is? Time for those circles that are ovals, but not. 2, 3, 4.
Tom said not quite
Fingers.
not quite as wide a stash.
Like a pencil stash? All right, so we got 4 fingers on the window. Okay. Okay, see? 4 fingers. Gotta watch that camera. Okay. 4 fingers on the window there. That's his one hand. Huh?
I drew it too much over to this side.
All right, over here we're gonna actually draw little sausages for fingers. Little mini sausages, because we can see them from the side. And they're reaching up over the edge. Here they're reaching around the corner. Then what we're going to do is we're going to do a little oval and connect it to his hand there. Okay? So now let's finish out the window. Let's come across. A little thing there. Go up with a little thing there. If you want, you can put a little lock on it there. Okay? And that's because the window is open. So this is the upper panel of the window, and the lower panel is open so that Jonah Jameson gets some fresh air because he's smoking a cigar in his office. And then here we're going to do Spider-Man. Give me a pointy oval. Okay, and another pointy oval. Okay. And then do the Spider-Man lines, which are spider webbing, which are fun to draw, because you're basically doing basketball lines close together. And then you're making them into spider webs by doing little curlicues. It's very easy. I'll put it up here. So I'll zoom up here in case you don't know how to do Spider-Man. You're doing lines that are like this, okay? And then all you're doing is little swoops to connect them. That's how you do spider webbing, or how you do Spider-Man's costume, okay? And I'll take that away because that doesn't belong in this picture. But I did want you to see it because it's so small on here. I wanted to see, so everybody can draw Spider-Man. You just draw lines and then those little swoops, okay? So let's darken his eyes a bit because Spider-Man has dark edging around his white eyes, okay? So Spider-Man is at the window and he's saying, get me pictures of Spider-Man. See, Spider-Man looking in. Jonah Jameson saying, get me pictures of Spider-Man. Of course, you can write anything you want on there. Anything funny if you come up with something clever. Oops, we forgot his desk. Finish out his desk. Where's his desk? Okay, just give us a vertical line for his desk right there. And then another vertical line so it doesn't look too cut off. That's generally about the amount of background detail I do on a picture. I usually give you just some little bit of background stuff. You can do a pattern on his tie. All right, that is Jonah Jameson. Where are we at? 152?
952.
We're good.
Yes, a pencil stash because the cartoon was a bit German dictory stash. Dictory. I can't even.
I think he had a dark mustache. Nice. Right? And then gray hair. That sounds familiar. But I remember him having a flat top haircut. Nope, we can bring this line up on his chest if you want, a little bit further. So his arm appears to be behind him. Little things that you notice as you go along. You can put something cool on his desk, like a coffee mug. And then you could put a cool phrase on it if you wanted to. Okay, give him a little coffee mug. Coffee mugs are easy to draw. Just basically a square, a handle, and little wisps. Cigar smoke, ready? Swoop in, swoop. Just have fun. In other words, you're not trying to match the lines up. You're just trying to wave out. So all you're doing is just randomly swooping, and you create 2 semi-parallel lines, and that creates smoke.
Gray temples, dark hair.
Got it. So the top is gray. Oh, yeah, that looks right. Who said that? Who said that?
Tommy.
Tom Andrews. Nice. You get points, man. Because that totally looks so much better. See? You're immediately seeing the Jameson look. All right, and it's funny because Spider-Man's in the window behind him. Here's Kerry's. Very nice. Very nice. She was in the coffee cup. Oh, she did a nice little round bottom coffee cup. Fancy, fancy.
He's yelling at you.
I didn't even see what she wrote on the bubble. Here you go, Russell. Thank you very much, Russell, for making my life difficult. And she got Jonah Jameson in there. If you had to squeeze it, it's okay. You can squeeze, guys. It's a drawing. Have fun with it. And if you had to, you could erase the line on the end of the nameplate and make it bigger. Okay, your Spider-Man looks sad, though.
No, you really can't see him.
Kind of looks sad. So, share your pictures of Jonah Jameson doing his classic line or a line of your choosing. Give him a coffee mug if you want. You can put other things on his desk. You can give him a desk calendar. All kinds of fun with him.
Thank you so much for drawing and watching with us. Please like, comment, and share if you had fun.